Hi, everybody. Welcome to Resilient Now podcast. So we are here today. I'm gonna kill her name. I'm already nervous about it. Teresa, but Teresa. But we're gonna get to her in a second. I want to welcome everybody that's here. If you are going through anything in the world that is hard, you need inspiration. This is what this platform is about. This is what the website's about. This is what the speakers are about, is to help you, whatever it is that you're going through right here, right now, or maybe you went through it before and it's still on you. You can hear somebody who's gone through what you're going through and is on the other side of it, and they got through it, and it was hard, but they're going to talk about how they got through it. And to me, that's very inspirational, and it gives people hope. It gives me hope when I've heard speakers. So that is the whole purpose. My job is to find you a speaker for your story that you're going through right now. So thank you for coming and joining us. So Teresa, I always welcome to the podcast. I don't know you, but you came so highly recommended and referred. The person who recommended you loves you. She actually is the creator of the website with me. She's the one who put it all together for me. So I'm so happy you're here. I always start by asking all the guests, what does the two words resilient now mean to you? Yeah, what does that mean? And welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. And what a great question. What does resilient now mean to me? Is that it means I no longer wait for the storm to pass for the strength to show up. I'm resilient now, not later, not someday, just now. I show up even when I'm tired, scared, uncertain, heartbroken. It's choosing to get back up when I fall or when life just rips everything away from me and I'm I'm left standing just in awe and shock of, how things unfold. I'm resilient now means I trust myself in the moment, no matter the past looks like or what the future brings. It's that unknown. It's learning how to be resilient and transparent. It's about being real. It's about showing up vulnerable and messy and uncertain, but about embracing faith over fear, about honoring the healing that it takes place in that moment. It's not about being perfect or 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 waiting to be ready. It's just, showing up in the mess of it all, knowing and trusting that I'm worthy, I'm strong, I'm moving forward regardless. Resilient now means it's the time is now and I'm ready. So here I am meeting you, and hopefully I could share something that makes sense to somebody. I'm not sure, but this is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So I'm breaking my cherry with you. You know,
You're doing great. You're doing great. And that's beautiful. You gave us so many things that people could take away from that was beautiful. So thank you. I'm super excited to hear your resilient story. I know it will help many. And thank you again for being here. And we will let you get started. You're on.
all right. So I thought about my life and I thought about all the different stories that I have to share. And the one that's coming up the strongest for me is in 2015. Um, was a very pivotal year for me. It was, a lot of stuff unfolded in a very fast time frame, and I had to go with it. So, what it had started it all, my best friend of 42 years was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and she ended up passing on December 15th of 2015. And and within that week, the week prior, my job of 15 years, I was working for the second largest concert promoter, and they were restructuring the division, and they offered me the job, but less 50% of my salary to stay on. And that was kind of a no-brainer for me. It was time for me to move on from that job, but
Sure.
They didn't have like an end date in mind. They said after we get through this festival season, and it will be determined. And so from December of 2015 to May of 2016, I still showed up to that job, and I still was of service to that job. And I didn't want my disappointment in how they chose to deal with their division kind of sour me and to affect me in a negative way, that I was just like kind of blowing it up because of my disappointment and my anger.
Hmm.
I knew at that moment that for whatever reason, it was for my greater good. And I
Hmm.
didn't know what that really meant. I didn't think it was my greater good that my BFF of 42 years, who was like my soul sister, transitioned to the next, and to the other side. That wasn't for my greater good. Um, I just didn't know, but I knew that it was my job to be the best person I could be in the interim. So every day before I went into work, I prayed, please just allow me to set aside my idea of my life and to show up and truly be of service to these people, and to be the best me I could be in the interim. So fast forward, festival season came and went, and I did my job, and I felt like it was like the best year. I had been doing backstage, executive compound for 15 years. I was the first one to create it, at a very big festival in the Coachella Valley, you know,
Wow.
and the people that were processing me out of this job failed to inform my employers that after festival season, that was it, and that was the end of it.
Hmm.
And you know, uh, I received a couple phone calls. They wanted to know where I was because in 15 years I had never not shown up for my job. Um, but they processed me out, and I had to give it to my higher self, to the greater good of the organization, that was going to circle back and let my employers know that, I was out of there. So, a lot of things in that 6 months took place.
Hmm.
So, the big thing is that, the parents of my BFF, who were like my secondary family, uh, put in my ear, they thought it was a good idea that I get together with her widowed husband. It was
Mm.
like, and I had known of him for 25 years, ever since they were together, 1987, when we were introduced in Chicago. I mean, that was my BFF's man. We never liked the same people. We never went for the same guys. But her parents, were relocating, and I came up from LA, and he came down from San Jose, and we were going to help them unpack. And unbeknownst to us, when I was helping the mom unpack the china and all the stuff in the house,
Yeah.
they were out in the garage, the dad and this man, and they were having conversations with us about getting together because we were both so grief stricken. We both lost our person, and
Hmm.
they thought it was a good idea that we get together, even though it was just only 3 months after she had passed. Um, so I wasn't interested in that conversation, and I told her I'm not ready to have this conversation, and I don't know what um, his response was to the dad. who was a psychiatrist, was just
Oh
like,
my God.
they were just, they were lovely folks. They both now have transitioned, and I know that they're all together on the other side, which makes me very happy. But or it gives me comfort knowing, it doesn't make me happy. I still wish they were all in my life in this world, but that's not the way
No.
things have turned out. So we got together, and I thought, the majority of my life I had was married to my job,
Mm.
right? But now that was being taken away from me in the future because, I knew it was inevitable. I didn't know what it was going to look like afterwards. But I, I really believe my higher self and the greater good, the universe, was taking away a lot of barriers for me just to be open to say yes, to realign my idea of my life and just be open to what the universe was going to create for me. And it
Wow.
really, so our grief brought us together in a very powerful way. We were able to talk to each other about our loss without feeling bad about it.
Mm.
And that really gave us some great comfort. And and it was the beginning of my new life. So my job ended, festivals ended, and now the universe had also brought in an opportunity to be relocated to Reno, Nevada,
Okay.
and to help a prominent family here build out three businesses.
Mm.
And that's something that I hadn't really done, but I worked in a company that, they were a boutique promoter, and then
Mm.
they blossomed into this huge worldwide contender, and they were
Mm.
the second largest concert promoter. So I knew a lot about P&Ls and business plans and all that stuff because I got to do that with, the division that I worked for. So I said yes. I came up to Reno for a visit, and I had a contract, and they relocated me to Reno, Nevada, and Reno was never on my radar. Never,
Mm.
never. Building out three businesses was never on my radar. I was always a music person. Back in the 80s, I was a singer, and in the 90s, I was a singer, and then 2000s came along, and I started working for this concert promoter, and it just kind of unfolded this way, this path, and so I suit up and I showed up. And I came here and I started working, and 4 months later, they decided not to move forward with the
Oh,
project.
wow.
Yeah, which was like,
Wow.
and mind you, the day before the moving trucks came to my West Hollywood apartment to pick up my furniture to relocate, I get a call from the founder of this festival asking me to be a seasonal employee and to manage a certain compound for a certain big rock legend that I had became associated with and close to, and the result of, working at this festival. And I had to say no because I had a signed contract. I was
Right.
just like, uh, this breaks my heart, but my this was already decided like a month ago, and I had to let go of, wow, my life is moving in this direction, and now this direction came out, and I have to see this through, and I saw it through, and it was shocking that 4 months later they wanted to like let it go. So, I mean, I had a contract, so they paid me out on my contract, which was really great. Now I have an opportunity to be with this man and to experience this new life. Now I had a lot of savings, and I had, they had to give me a golden parachute when I left the corporate world, and now after 4 months, I get another little bonus, and I'm free just to continue to allow the universe to unfold and to mold with me and do with me as thou wilt, really. Like I was
That's
always self-reliant,
yeah.
and now I am becoming universal reliant. I am going into an unknown space that I have no frame of reference because it's all new to me.
Yeah.
So I started building a life with this man, and I've known his children since day one, actually know his stepson longer than he has known him. And now, even though they've known me their entire life, I've taken on a different role. And but I'm still me, and I'm still the crazy aunt, adventurous, independent, sassy, strong, opinionated, I'm still me. I'm liberal, and so now I have this whole new life. This life was not designed by me. It was designed by my greater good, the universal power. My BFF, once again, not only did she gift me her parents when I was a teenager
Oh,
growing up, she gifted me her kids, and now she's gifted me her husband. She has gifted me so much, and my life is a result of that gift that she gave me. And so today we're still in Reno. We're homeowners. We live in this beautiful community on the side of a mountain, and deers come in the backyard, and I feed the bunny rabbits in our yard, which we're not supposed to feed the bunny rabbits, but I do. And and I work sporadically from home. I help people invest, sell, and purchase real estate globally because I'm aligned. So wherever in the world you want to buy property or investigate property, I could help you do that. I helped my cousin purchase 3 acres in Costa Rica, and he's in the process of building on it, which is really exciting. I can't wait to go
yeah.
visit him and see the new house, and and 3 months to 6 months of the year we spend in the UK because my husband is British, and I've taken two of his properties in the northeast of England and made them Airbnbs so they self-sustain themselves, they support, and then whenever we go home, we have our home to go to. And we'll see what continues to unfold in my life because I'm really in this new act. I don't even know if it's a third act or a fourth act, or I don't know. I hope it's not the final act, but more will be revealed, and I trust that I'm going to be delightfully surprised with the gifts that the universe has in store for me. And so today I show up, and I lean into it, and I could be doubtful, I could be scared, I could be angry about it. I could be delighted. I could be excited. I could be all the things that I could be, but I'm still there, and
Yeah.
I'm still showing up for it.
Great. So thank you for sharing all that with you. Wow. With us. That's just amazing. And that's going to give a lot of hope and resilience for people who, who have been laid off or let go. And there's just so many things there that can help so many people. And I'm really sorry about your friend. That's really sad. I'm sorry, but God knows what he's doing, I guess. So we just
Yeah.
say that. So I usually finish the podcast. And again, thank you for being here. Just what's your top gratitude right now? I'd love to finish in gratitude. Gratitude is a really good tool.
I'm just grateful that all that I have gone through, I still have faith and hope that the best years are to come. And I'm 64 years old. I know I look good.
Oh, you look amazing.
I
You
look
look
good, but I'm
64.
64 years young.
64 is a new 30.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
And
so too. You look fabulous. Oh my God.
thank you.
I hope
Thank
like when I get to 64, yeah, I want to look just like you. Adorable. But thank you for being here. And to everybody who's listening, you can listen to her. If you need to get a hold of her, you can contact Resilient Now podcast. And if possible, I will connect you. But we're really glad you came and you tuned in. And we will see you next time. And remember, stay resilient now and make it a beautiful day. Bye-bye. Thank you.